All right, let's get right into it. This is for you, the high earner. You're making great money, maybe six figures or more, but you look at your accounts and you feel stuck. Like you should be so much further ahead than you are. If you're throwing money into investments, but also juggling debt and just wondering why you're not building real wealth, this is the explainer you need. We are going to walk through the definitive step-by-step blueprint to finally turn that high income into a high net worth. This quote right here, it's everything. It perfectly sums up the problem. It drives me nuts watching smart people with good jobs pour money into the stock market while they've got this mountain of credit card debt just leaking value every single day. See, a big salary isn't the whole story if your financial house is built in the wrong order. You're just stuck in this loop, pouring more and more money into a bucket that's just draining away. And this is the biggest hole in that bucket. The average interest rate on credit card debt is a staggering 22%. Let that sink in. A guaranteed negative 22% return. If you have 10 grand in credit card debt, you are lighting $2,200 on fire this year, just in interest. It's a guaranteed loss that grows faster than almost any investment you can possibly make. Trying to out-invest that is like trying to sprint up an escalator that's going down. You just can't win. Now, if you're feeling this pinch, I want you to know you are so not alone. Just look at this data. It is shocking. 1 out of every 3 Americans has absolutely nothing saved for an emergency. And the median amount? $500. $500. I mean, for most of us, that's not even a new set of tires for the car. So yeah, even if you're pulling in a great salary, that feeling of treading water, it's incredibly common. But today is when we fix it. We're going to stop patching holes and start building a solid foundation from the ground up. The big idea here is what we're calling the financial pyramid. Forget chasing meme stocks. Forget trying to time the market. This is the exact optimal sequence that turns your income into actual lasting wealth. So, why does the order matter so much? I mean, really, think about it like you're building a house. You wouldn't be picking out designer faucets for the bathroom if the concrete foundation was crumbling, right? Of course not. Yet, that's exactly what so many of us do with our money. Getting this sequence right, this creates the unshakable bedrock that everything else is built on. And listen, the math here doesn't lie. It is crystal clear. Look at this side by side. Paying off that 22% credit card gives you a guaranteed, risk-free, tax-free return of 22% on your money. Compare that to investing in the S&P 500. This case, long-term average is about 10%, and that comes with a ton of risk. So every single dollar you throw at that high-interest debt is giving you a return more than double the stock market. It is, without a doubt, the single smartest investment you can make at this stage. Period. Okay, you ready? Let's start laying some concrete. These first 3 steps are the bedrock of our pyramid. These are the absolute non-negotiables. Everyone has to do these first to get their financial life in order before even thinking about the sexier stuff. Step 1, you need to save your first $1,000 to $2,000 like your hair's on fire. Get it done. Now, this isn't your full 6-month emergency fund, not yet. Think of this as your oh crap fund. The goal is to get it into a high-yield savings account, an HYSA, so it's out of your checking but still easy to grab. And this isn't just about the money, it's about the psychology. It creates a buffer that stops a simple flat tire from spiraling into a full-blown financial crisis. And get this, the data on this is wild. A big Vanguard study found that having at least $2,000 in emergency savings boosted people's financial well-being scores by 21%. That was the single biggest factor they found. That little cushion isn't just cash in the bank, it's genuine peace of mind. Okay, starter fund is in place. Now, we go to war. Step 2 is to eliminate all, and I mean all, high-interest debt. Let's define that as anything with an interest rate over, say, 8 to 10%. Credit cards, personal loans, you name it. This stuff is financial cancer. It just grows and grows, silently eating away at every single dollar you're trying to save. You have got to kill this guaranteed loss before you can even think about making real gains. Now, here's the one and only major exception to that debt-first rule. Step 3. You absolutely must secure your employer's 401k match. If your company offers to match your contributions, say they match 100% up to 4% of your salary, you contribute that 4%, no matter what. Why? Because it's a guaranteed 100% return on your money, instantly. It's free money. It is literally free money. Nothing else on planet Earth gives you that kind of return. You grab the free money, then you pivot right back to destroying that high-interest debt. All right, once that bedrock is solid, you've got your starter fund, the nasty debt is gone, and you're getting that free 401k money, we move up the pyramid. And this is where things get really fun. Welcome to the tax optimization zone.
This is where we start accelerating your wealth by using incredibly powerful accounts that, frankly, most people either ignore or completely misuse.
First thing we do in this new zone is finish what we started. Step 4 is building your full emergency fund. We're taking that little starter fund and beefing it up to cover a full 3 to 6 months of your essential living expenses, and it stays in that safe, liquid, high-yield savings account. Now here's a pro tip. If you know you've got a big life event coming up, maybe you're saving for a house down payment or planning to start a family, you should probably aim for the higher end of that range, maybe even up to 12 months, just for that extra security. Safety net is full. Fantastic. Now we move to step 5, and what I believe is the single most powerful and criminally underutilized investment account in America, the Health Savings Account, or HSA. Now, you need to have an eligible high-deductible health plan to use one, but if you do, oh my, this thing is an absolute game changer. It's like a retirement account on steroids. This is why it's so insane. The HSA has a unique triple tax advantage that nothing else, not a 401k, not an IRA, nothing can match. 1, your contributions are tax deductible, so it lowers your taxes today. 2, the money inside gets invested and grows completely tax-free. And 3, when you pull money out for medical expenses, those withdrawals are also 100% tax-free. It's the only account that gives you a tax break going in, on the growth, and coming out. It's incredible. But here's the power user move. This is the real hack. If you can afford it, pay for your current doctor's visits and prescriptions with cash, out of pocket. Leave the money inside your HSA invested, letting it compound tax-free for years, even decades. All you have to do is save the receipts for those medical bills. Because there's no time limit to reimburse yourself, you can cash in those receipts 10, 20, 30 years from now in retirement, effectively taking out tens of thousands of dollars completely tax-free. It becomes a stealth retirement account. Okay, once your HSA is being funded, the very next move is step 6, maxing out an IRA, an individual retirement account. Now, you might be wondering, why this before my 401k? Simple. 2 big reasons. You get way more investment choices, and the fees are usually way lower. Your company's 401k probably has like 10 or 20 mediocre high-fee funds. With an IRA, you can invest in virtually anything, including fantastic low-cost index funds. For 2026, you'll be able to contribute $7,500. So now you have a choice to make, Roth IRA or traditional IRA. And look, it really just comes down to one simple question. Do you want to pay the taxes now, or do you want to pay them later? With a traditional IRA, you get a tax deduction today, which is nice, but you'll pay income tax on everything you pull out in retirement. With a Roth, you pay the taxes today on your contribution, but then every penny of growth and every withdrawal in retirement is completely 100% tax-free. So how do you choose? Well, you have to ask yourself this one question. Do you think you'll be in a higher tax bracket or a lower tax bracket when you retire? If you're young, early in your career, and you expect your income to grow a lot, a Roth is probably the smart move. Pay the taxes now while your rate is relatively low. But if you're in your peak earning years right now and you expect your income to be lower in retirement, then taking that upfront tax deduction with a traditional IRA might make more sense. All right, let's say you've done it. You've built the foundation. You've maxed out the tax optimization zone with your HSA and your IRA. You are officially crushing it. Now you are ready for the final ascent. This is the peak of the pyramid, the steps for people who are serious about building massive wealth and reaching financial independence fast. Step 7 is to circle back to that 401k at work and max it out to the federal limit, which for 2026 is projected to be $24,500. This is your heavy lifting retirement account. After and only after you've maxed out every single tax-advantaged account available to you, then you move to step 8, opening and funding a standard taxable brokerage account. This is your bucket for maximum flexibility, money for a house, for early retirement, for whatever you want. And this is also where you customize the plan for your own life, maybe prioritizing college savings and a 529, or throwing extra cash in here to accelerate your journey to FIRE. And there you have it. That's the master plan. It is the smartest, most mathematically sound order to invest your money. See? It's not about jumping to the exciting stuff first. It's about building a powerful, unshakable financial structure, one logical step at a time. Let's just run through the whole plan one last time. Here it is, your 8-step blueprint to financial independence. You can screenshot this, write it down, whatever you need to do. First, you build the bedrock, starter emergency fund, kill the high-interest debt, get the 401k match. Then you move to the tax optimization zone, build your full emergency fund, max out that incredible HSA, and max out your IRA. And finally, you climb to the peak, maxing the rest of your 401k, and then pouring everything else into a flexible, taxable brokerage account. Follow this order, and you will build serious wealth.
So, as we wrap up, I want you to take a second and look at this pyramid. Be honest with yourself. What was your biggest financial mistake so far? Did you jump straight to step 8, investing in a brokerage account, before you took care of step 2, that credit card debt? Did you ignore the free money in step 3 for years? Drop the step number in the comments below that you wish you could go back and do right. Let's learn from each other. Your future self is going to thank you for getting this stuff in the right order.